for a long time, easily the most hated man in Full Impact Pro, and quickly turning that around to not only being the most popular man in FIP, but he's the world champ.
Introducing first the challenger, standing to my left, he's fighting out of the Dark City, weighing in at 265.5 pounds, representing Hatchet Pro Wrestling, he is that dude, John Davis! And his opponent, he hails from Clearwater, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds. He is the reigning and defending FIP World Heavyweight Champion. He's real, he's raw, he's the goddamn draw.
Of course, one other stage center, gentlemen. August Artois defeating Brian Brock at WWN's first annual Heath D. Schneider Memorial Battle for the Belts. And this was the atmosphere that night as well. That was a brutal bull rope match. Anything goes for the FIP World Heavyweight Championship. And it's really when we saw how the people were behind August Artois, who just came back from a successful tour of the UK. Shout out to Gary Ward and Wrestle Carnival. But look at the gear of August Artois. You notice it says son of a journeyman. Little throwback there to Francisco. So obviously Artois very close with Francisco Chiazzo, despite some of the final history they may have had here in our sport. It's going to be an emotional night for him. I'm curious what that's going to do to his mindset here against a monster like John Davis.
Well, August, the guy, he said that, you know, he's wanted this match his whole career. He heard about John Davis repeatedly from Francisco Chiazzo over and over during the course of their time training together. He misses Frankie desperately, and tonight he gets to step up and give John a taste of everything Frankie taught him. And he's not scared. He knows he's going to deliver tonight, in his words. And he took a bit of offense at John Davis on Twitter, talking about, you know, that this is a match that John expected to win and take the championship for one of Frankie's pupils.
Yeah, you're not going to just dismiss August Artois, the FIP world champ, but when you got a man the likes of the two-time former champ John Davis, who I think we can all agree this man is one of the most dangerous wrestlers on the planet. When he comes, oh my God, what a show talent!
The power of John Davis on display, and you know, you talk about, you know, the Mount Rushmore of guys in FIP, and I think John Davis is a guy whose name may be in that conversation as one of the 4 or 5 greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in an FIP ring. You're talking about a guy that's been a 2-time FIP World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time FIP Florida Heritage Champion, an FIP World Tag Team Champion. He's held championships at FIP for a total of 2,734 days. That is 7.5 years John Davis has had an FIP championship around his waist. He is the measuring stick.
And August knows if he can belong in the ring. Oh my God. Trying to prove to a man, a veteran with the status, and you just heard the resume, folks. John Davis, if he can beat a man of this stature, the former 2-time champ, that just ups the stock of a man who's already on fire. We heard he's traveling internationally. Last weekend he was in Washington State. This guy's becoming a globetrotter, and he's in demand.
John said he was going to honor Francisco Chiazzo here tonight by pushing his pupil to the absolute limits. But right now it is the FIP World Heavyweight Champ controlling the wrist of that dude, John Davis. Artois giving up some size, but definitely not giving up confidence. Nice job rolling through there and maintaining control of the wrist.
Yeah, clearly doing his homework as the champ. August Artois, doesn't matter if it's in the ring, at the gym, wherever you run into this guy, it's just intensity 24/7. But I've met few in the sport of professional wrestling look at this, as determined to make it to the top, and he's at the top of the mountain here in FIP. But look at him wrenching the arm of that dude.
If you're going to fight John Davis, the best thing you can do is take away one of those arms. The power of John Davis, such a big part of his offense. You make him fight with one arm, certainly going to make things a little bit easier for you. And Trevin talked earlier about the home field advantage here in this building at the OCC Road House. Auguste Artois has not lost a match in this building since back in Heatstroke 2023. He has won 9 straight.
Yeah, he's on fire. You got that rocket strapped to the back feeling, but he need help from anybody. This guy, everything that he's accomplished in professional wrestling, while he gives the respect that is due to his trainer, Francisco Chiazzo, Auguste, he's a man that marches to the beat of his own drummer, to say the least, and he's making an impact. He's making a name. Big hug.
Well, he offered the hand, basically saying, you know, we both loved Francisco Chiazzo. Shake my hand. And John Davis wanted no part of it, and now it's a hug and a kiss from the FIP World Heavyweight Champ.
Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness. What a chop from Davis.
Everybody's faces in the front row just cringing.
Yeah, John Davis will shake your hand and hug you when the fight is over. He's not going to do it in the middle. Oh, man.
Just another vicious shot. Swing and a miss. Auguste, light them up.
Better use that speed and quickness. You don't want to get caught in the corner with John Davis. Artois off the ropes. Like single leg by Davis. Grabs the waist lock. Oh, what a suplex. He is that dude.
What a contest. 2 of the best. The fans showing their love for Auguste Artois, who not afraid to reciprocate these days. You know, he really hasn't changed what he does. It's just who he does it against these days. Oh, vicious headbutt. Did you hear this? Like 2 bowling balls smashing together.
Right to the back of the skull. And Artois now down in the corner, and John Davis doing what John Davis does, and that is establish dominance. Traps the head of the FIP World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, man. There are guys who chop you, and you know it's a heavy-handed chop and it hurts. And then there's John Davis, who makes just a completely different sound when his bones strike your flesh.
You know, Lenny, I've been trying to figure out this whole Hatchet Pro Wrestling School that John's running right now. I think I get the name suddenly. He's along with Dexter Loomis and Tom Latimer over in Jacksonville, training the next generation up there, but I get it now, the Hatchet Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Well, you talk about 3 just dangerous individuals. Students that are going to come up through that school, I guarantee, going to come up with the respect. But hold on, John Davis missing. Give an opening to Auguste. Head of steam. Oh, my God.
Is there anybody as big as John Davis that can close the distance quicker than he does? Cover. Leg is hooked. Do we have a 3-time champ? No.
How nasty was that collision? Like a train wreck. Right in the middle of the ring at the OCC Road House. Good to see Kai in there refereeing this match.
Yeah, John Davis staring a hole through Kai after that near fall. Wanted the 3 count.
Yeah, like lasers burning through the referee. The fans are just determined, and you can see the chest and the rib cage of Auguste just swelling up and just beaten red like raw meat.
Welts on the chest, some blood on the chest as well. Davis may have broken some blood vessels with those chops, and now Artois out of the corner hits the buckle hard. Davis runs into a boot. Not a lot on that, but enough to back the big man up for a moment. Artois avoids Davis the second time, and now putting the boots to the challenger in the corner. Davis reverses the whip. Artois up and over, no, lands on the shoulder. That is not where you want to be with John Davis. What a power slam. Cover. No.
How much velocity on that power slam. This is a man on a mission, Lenny. What a great match. Not only do I get the hat, Auguste Artois defending against a 2-time former world champ. I'm doing it with my buddy Lenny Leonard. Got Trevin sitting here. How many shows have we called together, guys? It's got that big fight, that big night feeling.
And it wouldn't happen for any other reason, than to respect and pay respects to Francisco Chiazzo, a guy who's meant so much to all of us here at the World Wrestling Network. And he spoke so highly about Auguste Artois to me over the years He told me, Lenny, this is the kid. He's like, I know I've trained a lot of guys, and I've never said this about anybody to you. He told me this is the kid, and August is doing Francisco Chiazzo proud, but he has a tall hill to climb here in the likes of John Davis. Oh, man. Does anybody make a body slam, a more elementary move like a body slam, do more damage than John Davis?
Just an exclamation point right smack dab in the middle of the ring, and you could see August favoring his back, and another trying to rearrange the spine of the champ.
August etched all over the face of the FIP World Heavyweight Champ as the ref asks Artois if he wants to continue. And John Davis again, another menacing glance at the official before going back on the offense. Another scoop and a third vicious body slam. Oh! Right into the shoulder blades.
Did you see the body of August? This could be it. Are we looking at? Thought it was going to be a new champ, but that kick to the back just shudders throughout the body of August. Think it did as much damage to the chest as it did the back?
Well, I know the Buffalo Bills could be looking for a new kicker, and you may want to tell your friend the Bug to give John Davis a call to replace Tyler Bass.
I think we found his replacement. Jesus, just leather and flesh and bone. August still. This guy doesn't know the word quit.
Well, that's the heart of a champ on display right there. What the FIP World Heavyweight Championship means to August Artois. What representing the legacy of Francisco Chiazzo means to August Artois here. And you're seeing the heart on display, but at some point, skill and physicality can trump heart. Does August have enough to dig down and overcome John Davis? This crowd definitely wants to see it.
100% behind the champ. And you got to wonder, too, the jet lag. Again, I mentioned this guy was just in England, then Washington State, crisscrossing the world. As exhaustion has to set in eventually.
Davis almost made a fatal mistake right there when able to land on his feet, but Artois now looking to capitalize, connects with the forearm. Up and over, nope. Davis avoids the pescado. But Artois on the apron. Penalty kick blocked. Oh! And down on the apron goes the champ. Nothing but steel and wood on the outside of that ring frame. And Artois hit it hard. And now is on the floor. And Ron, you know as well as anybody, the last place you want to be with John Davis is out on the floor.
Yeah, you don't want to make it a street fight. He's already dangerous enough in between those ropes. But just setting up August like a target and then unleash it. Look at the size of this man. You can land a jet airliner on those shoulders. And he's got that confidence that we've been familiar with for years. Oh my God, he's gonna break the back of this man.
Look at the chest of August Artois, beaten red at the hands of that dude, John Davis. And I talked to John before the show, and he mentioned how training the new students he's dealing with at his school up in Jacksonville has kind of breathed new life into John Davis. And I think we're seeing it here. Would like nothing better than to walk back into that school tomorrow and show the FIP World Heavyweight Championship to his students.
Yeah, how cool would that be? And again, this guy, both of them respect the history of professional wrestling. They respect the history of the FIP World Championship. Right flat down. Again, the spine and the back just taking terrible punishment on August Artois.
Tailbone just sending shockwaves up and down the spine of the FIP World Heavyweight Champ. And of course, John Davis likes to utilize the Siberian Bear Crusher. Tandem offense that leads to a horrific clothesline at the end.
How much can that chest absorb of just repeated vicious chops? Shouldn't be legal. Then he lights him up with a forearm.
Oh, and Artois does not want to trade with John Davis. That's a mistake that I don't think Artois can make more than once in this matchup.
Referee signals he's not done. The guy's still got some fight in him. And Kai has refereed several of August Artois' matches, and if anybody would know, it's him. But as you know, Lenny, safety is the priority of the referee for both competitors.
Yeah, Trevin has talked about, what Artois had to do to make it, to become the FIP World Heavyweight Champion. You know he's not going to give it up without one of the biggest fights of his life. And right there on cue, Artois firing back, connecting with the challenger. Series of forearms to the jaw. Davis wants some distance, but it's Artois to the midsection. Clothesline and another. And some momentum here for the champ. Ducks under.
Where does he find it, Lenny? Everything done in high gear.
Cartwheel into the drop kick right to the chest of that dude. Cover, leg is hooked, shoulders down, and a kick out at 2 by Davis. Artois looking to the crowd for some inspiration. Taking a couple of big gasps of air. Think about all the impact on the chest and the back, making it difficult for Artois to breathe.
Oh, it's gotta be. There's gotta be swelling internally, not just on the outside, visible to the naked eye.
But leg Davis blocks and launches Artois across the ring.
Just threw it into the air and across the ring. Again, the referee checking on the champ.
A look of disdain on the face of John Davis, poised in the corner, waiting to strike here as the FIP World Heavyweight Champ back to his feet. Oh, what a suplex. Dumped him on the back of his neck, cover, leg is hooked, new champ, no.
That's as close as it gets. Referee showing John Davis. It was just that close. The challenger gotta be wondering at this point. He does realize one thing, and this champ is the real deal. Carrying on the legacy of the FIP World Championship.
And I think the level of the challenge before John Davis right here is starting to set in. That look on his face right there went from where it had been disdain earlier in the match, perhaps a bit of concern for the moment on the face of the challenger, and his inability to put away Artois, who drops down with the chin breaker.
He's got to be as surprised as he is concerned, but right now, he's in trouble. Could this be it?
Drops Davis on his head to cover for 2.
Anybody's match at this point. The advantage just shifts and then shifts back again.
Artois taking so much punishment. Can he get Davis up? No, it's Davis. Oh, Artois out the back door. Drops Davis on the back of his neck for another near fall.
For the FIP World Championship, August Artois. He told us all, Lenny, like you said, he planned on making his coach, his dad, proud. He considered Francisco his wrestling dad. That crossed over into real life as well, the bond between these two. Looking to the heavens. Nobody home!
Oh, he took a chance there, and the champ did not hit it. And Davis sensing the opportunity, has the champ up and takes him on a trip. 3 seconds around the world for a 3-time champ. No!
You could cut the tension here at the OCC with a night. It's an electric atmosphere.
Disbelief on the face of John Davis right there. John Davis was convinced that was going to be it. Shock and dismay on the face of the challenger at his inability to put away the FIP World Heavyweight Champion here.
I think everybody in the building other than the champ thought that was it. Where does he find it? Just time and time again.
But how much, oh man, how much does Artois have left in the tank at this point?
Just savage beating being distributed by that dude.
At some point, using so much energy to defend yourself takes away your inability to go on the offense. And if you're not on the offense, you're not beating John Davis.
No, you have to be moving forward at all times. And, oh, man, going not only backwards, but not down to the canvas. His skin battered and bruised his body. Again, how much can the body take and hold you up? We may be seeing the answer to that right now.
And again, Artois gasping for air, desperate for oxygen, as Davis repeatedly just hammering the sternum in the corner. And now send the champ for the ride. Artois up and over on the shoulder. Again, Davis catches him, looking for that power slam, but Artois had it scouted this time. Traps the head, DDT! He just spiked Davis right on top of his head. What a counter by the champ, who's now looking to take a chance here. All the way to the top. The FIP world title hanging on the balance. Frog splash. Artois from the heavens.
Oh! He manages to kick out. Simon says on the ring apron, the hell's going on? Referee trying to get Says.
Oh, he just handed something. Simon said just handed Knuckles to Artois.
Are those Francisco's? Those are his brass knucks. August asking for just a little more time.
Still has the referee tied up as Davis back to his feet. Oh, what a right hand. Davis is out. Davis is out. Cover.
He kicks out a one.
You gotta be kidding me.
A one count. Look at this animal. A man possessed.
Artois berating Kai in the corner. On the shoulders again. Oh, again he caught him with those knucks.
Did he hit him back of the skull with those knucks?
Davis on wobbly legs now. Planted. Cover to retain the championship. Yes.
Here is your winner, and still your FIP World Heavyweight Champion, Artois.
John Davis took the champ to the very limits here at the OCC Road House, but perhaps with a little help from above, if not from Simon Says, Artois retains the FIP World Heavyweight Champ in a manner only Francisco Chiazzo would approve of.
No question there, Lenny. I guess we should have seen it coming. There's brass knuckles on the tights of Auguste Artois. The save, though, from Simon Says, what a matchup. I still can't believe John Davis kicking out at one.
That was absolutely insane. It shows the heart that John Davis has as the champ. Now, standing over momentarily, John Davis's fallen opponent here, as Davis still trying to gather his wherewithal here. Rips the World Heavyweight title out of the hands of Kai.
And I don't think Kai Douglas is going to go in there to try to get that championship back.
No, and John Davis staring down at the championship he's held on 2 occasions in his career and was very, very close to capturing a 3rd time here. And a bit of a tense standoff. Davis taking a walk. And now ordering Kai Douglas out of the ring. Kai, I'd listen to the man.
If you know what's good for you. Artois, though, he's in some trouble here.
people like you.
Wow.
Respect from John Davis shown to the world heavyweight champ. He said this belt was held by a long line of purebreds. Guys like Davey Richards, Tyler Black, and himself, among others like Homicide, and we could go on and on of the tremendous competitors who have held that championship, but it is now August Artois' time.
Lenny Leonard, it was awesome having you here in the booth, hearing the voice. A man who's called more FIP World Heavyweight Championship matches than anybody else. And look at this, Kai Douglas with the Francisco Chiazzo shirt as well. Of course, Kai also trained by Francisco. What a moment here. It's been a night of moments, Lenny, and there's still many more to come.
Still not done yet. Thanks for having me. Always great to be back with my WWN family, and I'm always just a phone call away, Trev.
I love it. Thanks again, Lenny. And indeed, FIP will return March the 31st. Everything burns. You got to think August Artois will be defending that championship. We'll have more on that at WWNLive.com. Stay tuned. What a matchup once again, ladies and gentlemen. Can't get over how good John Davis looks. Gonna look forward to seeing him again here in a WWN ring one day. And indeed, the Brass Knucks.
Kids do. Frank taught me how to be a goddamn champion. And look at me. I am. By any means necessary.